All right, today I'm gonna do a story time. My bad, I'm not looking over there. Today I'm gonna do a crazy story time today, guys. It's something that happened a couple of years back, but today I seen this person, and it brought back memories of that one time I made the biggest mistake. And it's funny now. I mean, it was funny then, but it's funny now. Now I think about it, I'm like, oh my god. I wonder if I'm the only one that ever did something like that. Some crazy stuff. I mean, I do probably need to be a little more nice, but like enough was enough. Like I had enough of this girl, and I had enough of her trying to boss me around, right? And so yeah, it's a little story time. It's a little embarrassing, but it is what it is. Of this one girl that I used to work with, and yeah, let me get started because it's crazy. All right, so I keep on looking that way, guys, because there's like a lot going on over here. Um, I had this one freaking annoying coworker, and I used to let her like not boss me around, but she was at this job before I had got there, but like she wasn't organized. And y'all know, guys, I've been doing home health care for a lot of years, and she was not organized. Like she would have stuff everywhere, right? So when I came into this home and I started helping out, when I got this job and I started like, making changes, because I'm like, there's stuff everywhere. This lady that we were taking care of, that we were caring for, she had like stuff all around her seat. Like it was just a mess. It was just a mess. So when I came in, when I got the job and I started working with this girl, I started moving stuff around. Because I'm like, this shouldn't be here, this shouldn't be here. There was a table in the middle of the living room with like all kind of stuff packed up on top of it. And stuff like that, it kind of annoys me. Like I feel like if you have a dinner table and all that, it should be jammed up with stuff. If you have kitchen counters, it shouldn't be jammed up with just all kind of stuff on top of there. I feel like your stuff should be a little organized. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the best organizer, and I'm not saying I'm the cleanest person, because I'm not. I mean, I clean or whatever. But anyways, she just had like stuff all over the kitchen, just all over, just on top of the counters, just stuff everywhere. All the bread in one corner, all the medicines in one corner. I'm like, why don't you just put everything in your shelves? Like, why is everything everywhere, right? So when I came into the job, I started like switching it up. I started like doing all kind of stuff, right? So this lady, she did not like it. She was getting super annoyed with me. She started telling me, don't move this, don't move that, and I'm like, I know, but there's a towel rack, and it all happened over some towels, okay? Because she used to get so annoyed because I used to move the towels. But I'm like, the towels don't belong right there though. Like there's a towel rack. Why can't you just fold the towels nicely, and set them right on the towel rack, so the house can be a little organized. Like you got stuff everywhere. Well, the lady that we started taking care of, around her chair, she had like a little rocking chair, and the other lady that was working with me, she used to put everything around the chair, like so she didn't have to get up, because whatever whatever the lady that we were caring for, whatever she needed, she could grab it. It was around her, so the other lady, the one that was working for me, I don't know if I'm being confused, but anyways, the lady that we started taking care of, she had stuff all around her, and I started like moving stuff, and I'm like, this is just junk. Like you have like literally tables sitting all around her with everything she needs, so you don't have to get up and do nothing for her. Like, this is our job, so just stop being lazy. Like, get all these tables from around her. There's tables everywhere, napkins everywhere. It was just a mess. It was just like I said, a dining table in the middle of the living room stacked with papers and boxes, and like I was like, no, I'm sorry, like we're gonna have to clean this stuff up, because I there's just too much going on. Like I can't even see the lady because she's covered by the big table. She's on the side of the table on the other side of the living room, and I'm in the kitchen. I can't even see her because that table is so stacked up with stuff. It was just ridiculous. I'm like, and this table shouldn't even be in the middle of the living room. Why is this dining table in the middle of the living room? The couches were not in the living room where they should be at. They were like in the dining room area. Like, You know, it wasn't organized. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, okay? I didn't just go in this house and just start like flipping stuff. I spoke with her daughter because I was the last one there. I didn't get off until like 8 o'clock at night. And I spoke with the daughter and I was like, look, can I just organize this? I'll put all the papers in one stack. I'll shred all the papers you need. I'll help you organize all this. And she's like, yes, sure. Yes, I've never had anybody help me with that. I would love that. So I like flipped the whole house, right? So that lady, my coworker, she used to get so annoyed with me because she did not want me to move the towels around. And I'm like, no, I'm putting towels in the towel rack, right? I was already a little confident. And I was already like, no, it's gonna be this way because her daughter already had gave me permission to do it. Her daughter told me, yes, organize it, please. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So that was the deal. So at this point, I didn't care. I'm like, I am going to do what I want. The daughter already told me that I can. So I'm going to do what I want. And I'm going to put the towels in the towel rack where they go. I'm moving everything from around the lady's chair. I would say her name. That's what I'm saying. The lady. I'll call her Missy. So I moved everything from around Missy's chair. And because I'm like, she has just too much going on around her. Like, she can't even see around the whole house because there's just stuff everywhere. The dining table stacked up with stuff. You can't even see towards the kitchen. Like, it was just a mess. I'm like, I don't even know how she can even see TV because the dining table was right in front of the TV. She literally had to like scoot to the side to look at the TV. It was just ridiculous, right? And I was just like, nope. I had to talk to the daughter one night. The daughter's like, yep, clean up for me. I don't mind. Fix it all up for me. I would love that. And I'm like, well, you don't got to tell me twice. So I started moving everything around. When I tell you, I flipped the whole house. She could not believe when she had got home, the daughter, right? She could not believe everything I had got done in the house. She was like, Jackie. She loved it. She was so freaking happy. And so was her mom. Her mom had more room to get in her walker and we could walk her to the room and stuff, because it just felt more fresh, more room, less stuff, like we got rid of so much stuff. We were just cleaning out everything. I'm like, look, I told the daughter, I'm like, look, I'll help you. I don't care if I'll stay late. I'll help you organize all this stuff. And get rid of stuff that we don't need. And whatever you don't want, whatever you want to throw out, I'll pack it back in my truck and I'll go throw it out for you. Like, I was trying to help them out, because I became really, really close with this family. Really, really close. And so, I always come back and I always, explain to my husband and talk to him about it and tell him that one coworker is always bitching about the towels. I'm sorry, I got thirsty. And we'll laugh about it, whatever, and I'll tell him like, man, she's freaking annoying me. Like, she's annoying me. Like, just shut up. Like, just stop. I think she just didn't like it because she was there like a couple of years before I was there, so she felt like I was coming in and taking over type stuff, which honestly I was kind of, and I didn't mean to do it that way. That wasn't my intentions, but I just couldn't work in that environment. So the daughter gave me permission to make changes, so I did. But she did not like it, right? So one day I got to work and she left me a note. Right when I walked into the restroom, I seen the note. It was a sticky note, and she sticked it on the mirror, So around I walked in the restroom and I seen that, I was like, so I was like, whatever. I walked to the note and I read it, and she had put on there, Jackie, please do not touch these towels. Leave these towels right here where I leave them at. After I done clearly told her a handful of times, the daughter already gave permission to put things where they should go. And those towels belong in the towel rack. They don't belong sitting there on top of the sink. They don't belong. That's where they're at, guys, the sink. I don't know. A lot of y'all might leave y'all's towels in y'all sink and stuff like that. I don't know. Just stuff like that, it probably shouldn't bother me, but I just feel like if you have a towel rack, and try to fix up your place a little bit more better, then you use it. You know, just like kitchen counters. If you have kitchen counters full of stuff, why do you have your kitchen counters full of stuff if you have cabinets to put all your stuff in? You know, so you just have all this stuff just like cluttered on top of the counters, because that's the way it was too in the kitchen, you know. And at the place I was working at, the kitchen and all that was like that too, and I was just like, no, like, no. And so I saw the letter and I was like, this wench, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was so annoyed, right? Because I already had knew. I'm like, when I get there, because whenever I had got there, she was leaving. And because we kind of like changed our schedule, we weren't working with each other. We'll probably work like the last hour or two, and then she left, and I stayed till like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And we kind of fixed our schedule where right when I come in, she left. So when I'm driving in, she's pulling out, and the lady that we're taking care of is inside sitting on her chair just waiting for me to walk in. And every time I would walk in, she would tell me, oh my God, thank God you're here, Jackie. Oh my God, I can't stand her. She's annoying, she's mean. And I've seen it, because this lady will tell me, you know, don't pick her up and don't give her no more Coke. Like, I already gave her a Coke. She'll even text me. She'll even leave me notes and be like, don't give her no snacks. I already gave her a snack. Don't give her no. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we're not on your time no more. We're on my time now. So if I want to give her something, I'm going to give it to her. Because the daughter allowed me. The daughter was like, I don't mind. As long as it's not just candy all day and stuff like that, you know, I don't mind. So I would make chicken soups and all this stuff, right, for the lady. I was cooking. The other lady wasn't doing none of that. I was cooking and cleaning at the same time. I was on it. Okay, so back to the note. All right, so I read the note, and I was so freaking annoyed. All right, at this point, I'm so annoyed. I'm like, girl, like, you leave me notes every single day. You try to tell me what to do when we're not on your time. We're on my time now. I'm going to do what I want to do. I've been doing home health care way before this. I was taking care of my grandmother. Me and my husband were taking care of my grandmother before I even started doing this. Like, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, I fed my grandmother, make sure she had her medicine. I did all that. Everything. Like, changed her beds. I know what I have to do. Like, I know what I got to do. And so I'm like, you're not going to tell me what I need to do or what I have to do. Like, we're not going to do that. Okay, but for a while, for a couple of years, I did just let her talk. And I was like, okay. But when I had that conversation with the daughter gave me like basically the heads up. I was like, you know what, I'm not listening to no more. So yeah, when I got there, that note was there. I was so freaking annoyed, right? I snapped a picture of the note, and I thought that I sent the note to my husband, the picture, but no, I sent it to the girl. Yes, I sent the picture to the girl. But when I had sent the picture, I thought I was sent to my husband, right? I had put under there, look what this wench left again. I swear she gets on my fucking nerve. That's what I had put. Like, exactly like that. Look at this wench. Well, honestly, okay, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest. I didn't say wench, okay? I called her the B word. But I was annoyed. I was so annoyed at this point. So anyways, look, I called her the B word, the B word, and I put, look what this bitch, let me tell you exactly how I wrote it, right? I put, look what this bitch left again. I swear to God, she gets on my fucking nerves. I sent it. Right when I sent it, I checked to make sure it's sent, and I realized that I didn't send it to my husband. I sent it to her. Oh my God, I was so freaking embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And she wrote me back and she was like, ¿Qué? Because she was a Spanish lady. But she could read English and, you know, stuff like that. And she understood it, but she wasn't really, and that was another thing, okay? That used to annoy me. She was a Spanish lady and she'll try to talk to me in English like she was a white lady, like she was above me, like she knew what she was talking about type shit. So it used to annoy me. So I'm just like, no. For one, talk to me in Spanish because I understand you. Don't try to talk to me in English because that shit's annoying me now. Because she was already annoying me. So she texted me back and said, ¿Qué? And I was like, oh my God. And I told her name. I was like, I'm sorry, but honestly, I I couldn't take it back. So yeah, the whole moral of the story is, guys, I don't even know where I freaking left off at. My phone's acting up. I think I did too many videos. But the whole moral of the story is, I felt like I didn't have to explain anything to her why I wrote that message, even though she was very, very, very offended, and she was like, she don't understand why I disrespected her like that, whatever. I agree. I probably should use my words wisely, but things happen. I know I'm the only one where somebody works your nerve, or we have this one coworker that's just like, just don't shut up, and that was her. Every single day was something new. Something new. I'm pulling in and she's pulling out. She rolled down the window. She rolls her window down. She's like, don't give her no more Coke, because I already gave her a Coke before I left. Just little dumb stuff. It's just like, when you're off the clock, you just go. Let me take over. I know what I have to do. Like, I don't need you to school me in what I got to do when you're not here. You do what you do when you're here, and I'm going to do what I do when I'm here. That's just it. And don't get me wrong, though. I'll take people's advice. If she would be like, hey, well, we have to give her medicine on this time. But okay, stuff like that, I understand, right? But I felt like this lady was just like nitpicking, because I don't think she liked me, honestly. To this day, guys, I lost my gold bracelet over there. My husband spent so much money on this bracelet, and he got me another one. I don't have it on right now, but he got me another one. Had real diamonds, beautiful, beautiful bracelet, and I lost it there at the job. And I know she took it. I know she did, because she never liked me. Like, she never liked me. And I would tell my husband that she's never ever liked me, like, ever. At a certain point, I started feeling like she was just nitpicking at me. She was just wanting to say something. You know what I'm talking about? So that was annoying me, because I'm just like, you're just wanting to keep on telling me something until I tell you something. Like, and I'm not gonna tell you nothing. But obviously, the way I did and the way I got her off my back was that message. And she didn't tell me anything no more after that. She did not tell me nothing. Okay, so anyways, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I have to explain to her, to the coworker, why I did that, because you already know. You're getting on my nerve, and I'm getting on your nerve. Fine. We don't have to work together like that. We're like with each other like 1 hour before you leave sometimes, and then most of the time you're leaving out when I'm coming in, and that's just the way it is, right? So I'm like, I need to talk to my boss. So my boss had got there that night, and I already was like back and forth telling myself, like, how am I gonna tell my boss? I gotta tell her before she tells her. I'm gonna have to say something, like, whatever. But my boss, good thing my boss already kind of knew how I was feeling towards that lady, because I would tell my boss little things like, can I do this? Can I do that? Because she's saying that I can't do that, but I could fix it for you. You don't have to, I was trying to fix stuff. So my boss got there. This is gonna be the last part, guys. I know I'm going on for days, but I'm just trying to explain to y'all how everything went. She was always bullying me. She never liked me. She was always nitpicking every little thing that I did. And I was super annoyed at this point. So I never told her anything up front. But that message she got, after that, she never messed with me again. When my boss got that, I told my boss, can you sit down? And I told my boss, I said, hey, this happened. And I showed her the message. I'm like, and this is the real note that she left on the mirror. And I told, my boss, I'm like, she's been doing this a lot. I was like, I even been telling you that she's been doing this to me, and it's freaking annoying me. It's annoying me because I don't tell her nothing. I just let her do her, and you told me that you wanted me to help you out here, that, you would love my help. So I'm moving stuff around. I'm putting stuff where it should go. I don't mind getting up. I told her, I don't mind getting up and doing stuff for your mom. I don't need all this stuff around your mom. Like, this is our job. This is why we're here. When your mom asks us if she wants something, it's our job to get up and do it. Right? Right. If you're doing home health care, you know what I'm talking about. Do you mean to tell me that's not being lazy? Where you're just like putting stuff all around the person that you're taking care of, like the lady we're taking care of? She sits in her little rocking chair all day until a certain time, and then she goes to take a nap. And then we get her out of her bed, because she couldn't walk by herself. We get her out of her bed, and then, around 6 o'clock, she'll go lay down. And she's going to lay down to like 8 o'clock, and she'll fall asleep. That was the routine, right? So she was in that rocking chair all day. So that other lady that was working, with us, she would put everything around her so she didn't have to get up and give her nothing. She put her napkins, her toothpicks, her purse, her tissues, in case she needed tissue for her nose, her cough drops, her drink. She put everything around her so she wouldn't have to get up and do anything. You know, because she had everything around her. She had like 4 different tables around her full of stuff. And I was like, no. Like, no, we're about to clean this up. Like, we're about to get her off that rocking chair. We're about to wash all those blankets that she's sitting on. Like, we're about to wash all this. Like, I went in and I'm telling you, I flipped her whole house. And she has a big, big house. And I flipped every single room. They got 5 rooms, 3 living rooms, 2 dining rooms. And they had stuff everywhere. I flipped the whole thing. So anyways, I talked to the boss. And I told the boss, look, this is a message, whatever. I'm just letting you know in case she come back and tells you. And my boss was like, oh my God, Jackie, you know, how are we going to explain this? Whatever. And I'm like, Missy, I don't know. It happened. You know. And anyway, she wasn't even mad at me. The whole moral of the story, my boss wasn't even mad at me. She just told me, you know, for me to be a little more nice and that she'll handle it. Me and the lady never talked again. She never messed with me again.